I told some people at the beginning that I had a gut feeling I was going to get a Purple Heart on this deployment. They laughed and they said I was a ribbon chaser, that I wanted to just get shot in the knee or something and get out. And I had a feeling something was going to happen.
Tyler Southern's memory of May 5th, 2010, is mercifully buried deep inside him. On that day in southern Afghanistan, a powerful explosion severed both legs and his right arm and mangled his one remaining limb, his left arm.
We had accurate intelligence that there were up to 6 Taliban held up in a building. When I took my team around the far side of the building that no one could see at the time, that side of the building was laced with 4 IEDs.
Catastrophically wounded, he woke up 13 days later in a hospital bed in Bethesda. A decade ago, these wounds would have killed him. But the heroic work of combat medics and dramatic improvements in trauma medicine are saving some 16,000 badly wounded troops like Southern, young Americans who now have a second chance at life.
I didn't feel that me crying about it would help the situation at all. I mean, and I know it won't. You can't. Crying ain't gonna grow anything back.
But I think we're gonna have to lift it to get rid of these bumps.
Yes.
I think it has to come up a little higher.
It is said that U.S. military doctors, nurses, and prosthetics engineers are the best in the world. They've made it possible for Southern to walk again and even run. But it's physically demanding and requires constant workouts to build his torso muscles. His upbeat attitude toward life is infectious.
I'm chronically happy. It's kind of hard to get me off the happy horse. I just kind of take it all in stride and keep going.
Folks in his hometown of Jacksonville, Florida, met his homecoming with a parade of 100 motorcycles. That meant a lot to Southern, a Harley-Davidson fanatic. While Southern was recuperating, a casual high school friend came to visit. Ashley Staddy stayed on as his caregiver. They fell in love, and in July they were married in Jacksonville, Florida, in a gala celebration sponsored by a local television station.
The fact that she's able to deal with me well enough to say that she'll marry me is something big, so I'm excited to just, take that next step.
Southern is back at Walter Reed now, continuing his rehab. He hopes to be done in another 18 months. He enjoys working out and being with his fellow wounded Marines and soldiers, many of them triples, as he calls triple amputees like himself.
Being around fellow Marines or soldiers, sailors, airmen, whoever here is hurt, who are going through the same thing you are is great therapy. That's good medicine right there. Just having someone you may, hey man, how do you do this? Go talk to another triple about how he does a certain workout.
Southern's got big plans for the future and a lot of determination.
I'm looking either go into public affairs for the Marine Corps, and the schoolhouse is in Fort Meade. I plan on doing 16 more years in the Marine Corps because I told my dad I'd do 20. I'm not going to let something like this stop me.
Tyler Southern's story is exemplary and inspiring, but not unique. 16,000 young Americans like him have been severely wounded and are working to make the most of their new lives. You'll meet many of them in the stories that follow. Some have tragic endings, others are inspiring. All of the wounded have earned our respect. And Tyler Southern, he's one tough kid. I have a feeling he'll do all right.
If anything, this would be chapter 2. This is page 1 of chapter 2. I did my adolescence and my childhood, and then now I just got married recently. I got the world at my prosthetic feet.